Have you ever wondered how trends suddenly go viral? Why crime rates drop almost overnight? Or how an unknown shoe brand can turn into a global fashion icon all without expensive marketing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell, a fascinating book that explains how little things can make a big difference and how change spreads just like a virus. This is the third video of the series about the famous author Malcolm Gladwell, and the book name is The Tipping Point. At its core, The Tipping Point is the biography of an idea, and that idea is simple but powerful. Ideas, behaviors, messages, and products spread just like viruses. Whether it's a fashion trend, a viral video, or even a drop in crime rates, these events behave like epidemics. And just like a virus, all it takes is the right condition and the right people to spark a massive change. Gladwell calls that key moment of explosive change the tipping point. It's the moment when something goes from a small, almost invisible presence to a full blown trend everyone is talking about. In the first video, I described how Hush Puppy shoes exploded, and in the second video I explained how the crime rates in New York City in the 1980s and early 1990s turned around sharply, as explained by the author of the book The Tipping Point. Now in this video I am going to have a summary of the previous two examples. Now let's take a real world example, as I already mentioned in the first video, the Hush Puppy shoes example. In the mid 1990s, this old fashioned brand was all but forgotten, but suddenly a few trendsetters in downtown Manhattan started wearing them to clubs, cafes. No ads, no influencers, just a few cool kids doing their thing. People noticed, they imitated, and that tiny fashion choice sparked a worldwide revival. That's the tipping point in action. Contagious behavior spreads from a few to the many, almost like a virus. Now let's flip the script. Instead of shoes, let's talk about crime, as I mentioned in the second video of this series. In the early 1990s, New York City saw a dramatic and sudden drop in crime. It did not happen slowly over time, it dropped like a rock almost overnight. What caused it? It was not that criminals suddenly had a change of heart. or that police intervened in every potential crime. Instead, small social and environmental changes made a huge difference. Things like fixing broken windows, cracking down on fare evasion, or increasing community patrols. These minor efforts infected the city with an anti-crime mindset, and it spread again. That's the tipping point. Small changes, big effects, fast results. Now let me explain you the two terms which I have just spoken. The first is fixing broken windows. Fixing broken windows means addressing small signs of disorder, like broken windows in abandoned buildings, graffiti on walls, litter on the streets, public drinking or loitering. And what is the idea? The idea is that if you leave small problems unattended, they create a sense of lawlessness, which can encourage bigger crimes. But if you fix those broken windows quickly, people get the message that order is enforced here and crimes tend to go down. And the second term, which I just mentioned in my previous paragraph, is cracking down on fare evasion. Cracking down on fare evasion means strictly enforcing rules on subway riders who skip paying the fare, who jump turnstiles, who sneak into the subway. And what is the idea behind it? Even though it's minor offense, enforcing it aggressively signals that all rules matter. It also helps catch people who might be involved in bigger crimes. Many arrested for fare evasion had outstanding warrants or weapons. So, in short, both strategies focused on small offenses with the belief that the dealing with them early helps prevent more serious crimes. And surprisingly, they worked, contributing to New York's dramatic drop in crime. Now, let's get back to the main topic, which is so what is the purpose that of these small things? These minor efforts infected the city with an anti-crime mindset, and it spread. Again, that's a tipping point. Small changes, big effects, fast results. So, how do these tipping points actually work? Gladwell says that there are three rules that define any social epidemic. Number one is contagiousness. Number two is the power of small changes. And the number three, the tipping point happens suddenly. What is contagiousness? Ideas and behaviors spread from person to person. One trendsetter can spark a wave, just like a virus. People catch attitudes, styles, and habits from those around them. And what is the power of small changes? It does not take massive efforts. It does not take massive efforts to spark change. Often little causes create big effects. Just 20 or 50 kids wearing hush puppies launched a global fashion trend. And the third element is the tipping point happens suddenly. Change does not always happen slowly. Sometimes it builds up and then boom, explodes all at once. That sudden shift is what Gladwell calls the tipping point. Think of it like heating water at 99 degrees Celsius. It is still water. But at 100 degrees Celsius, it's boiling. Everything changes in an instant. So, understanding the tipping point helps us make sense of how the world really works, why some products fail while others go viral, why a small protest turns into a national movement, why one YouTube video explodes with views while others don't. It teaches us this: to create big change, you don't always need big actions, just the right actions at the right time with the right people. That's what gives power to marketers, leaders, educators, and yes, even creators like you and me. So, next time you see something go viral or shift overnight, from fashion trends to social movements, think about the tipping point. It's not magic, it's not luck, it's a pattern. And once you learn it, you will start seeing it everywhere. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more bite sized insights from books that can change the way you think. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.